Welcome back to the channel. We're here in the beautiful Dunleary Harbour with a very exclusive all-electric SUV, the Mercedes-Benz EQS SUV, probably one of the most luxurious electric SUVs we've ever had in the channel. This is up against the likes of the BMW iX, but also the Q8 from Audi and others, but this carries that luxurious premium feel and build quality. We're gonna have a look around the outside, the inside, and take it out for a drive as always, but starting off at the front. And I love the design element of it. Two big heavy creases and then these lovely haunches over the wheel really give us a presence on the road. You've got a lot of Mercedes badging on it. You've got the Mercedes-Benz flat. You've got probably one of the largest Mercedes-Benz emblems. And then on this grille, this EQ grille, there is an optioned more Mercedes 3-star emblem put into that as well. It's around €600 or €700. This has the LED pack lights, but there are digital lights that you can get, and it comes in a couple of different styles, AMG and electric art. This one has the AMG exterior, and you'll see that by a bit more cladding and a bit more of an aggressive look all the way around. And then on the inside, which we'll get to, it has the electric art version of it. This bonnet can't be opened up, but if you need to access this, there's a port around the side, and we'll have a look at that in a second. For the washer, you've got underneath, you've got the way that the battery can get vented, and then you have that LED light bar that goes all the way across. Looks impressive on the road, and it is all in the name of aerodynamics. Let's have a look at the side profile. One of the ways to know the difference in the styles is the AMG exterior has the gloss black wheel arches, whereas the electric art has the matte black. Comes in 21s and 22-inch wheels. These are the AMGs, and it is very much an aero. Wouldn't be a fan. I prefer the more spoke style, but I can see why people may like this. Moving down, this is in selenite grey. It comes in 9 different colours, the black, white, silvers, greys, but it also comes in a lovely blue, a luxury brown velvet, and then there is probably my favourite, there's a beautiful metallic green. EQS badging just at the A-pillar, chrome all the way around the windows. This one has the pano sunroof, large door mirror with the indicator built in, blind spot, etc. Flush door handles that pop out, and this one has the aluminium side step. Probably for smaller people, I'm finding that I'm have to step out over it. That is illuminated and has a rubber thread on it. This comes in a 5 and a 7-seater version. This is a 7-seat option. They fold flat into the boot, but you can get it in just a 5-seat option, but so you can see just how long it is. And then at the back you have your charging port. Comes as standard with an 11 kilowatt AC, but you can spec that up to a 22 kilowatt to really take advantage of commercial 3-phase on-street public AC charging. And then on the DC charging, it can take up to 200 kilowatt on the peak. So going from 10 to 80% in around 30 minutes. Let's have a look on the back. At the back of the Mercedes-Benz EQS SUV, you've got your high-level brake lamp, you've got your window wiper, you've got this beautiful helix. We've seen this on the other EQ models, EQS and the EQE, that tail light that goes all the way across. You've got your Mercedes-Benz badge, which is your opener for the boot or the trunk. You've got the EQS and the 450 Plus. Comes in a 450 4MATIC, a 500 4MATIC and a 580 4MATIC, so 4 trims here in Ireland. The 450 Plus giving you the biggest range, WLTP of 637 kilometers. And then as you go up the 500 4MATIC, the 450 4MATIC, the 500 4MATIC and the 580, that's the AMG, they're around the 600 kilometer range. In underneath, and because of that AMG exterior, you've got the gloss black with the chrome. There is an element of fake exhaust going on here, but we'll get over that. Electronic tailgate, so space-wise in the back of the Mercedes-Benz EQS SUV. If you put all the seats down, you can do the middle row. I can show you here, it drops all the way down, and they go to 2,100. So then if you bring that back all the way up, you're going to have, if you didn't go for the 7-seater, went for just a 5-seater option, you would have 800 litres worth of boot space. They actually come up a lot quicker than I thought. And then if you put up the back seats, and to put up the back seats, they are a manual, so you can just, probably would do this And with the back seats up, you have a 190 litre boot, which actually still is pretty decent. To access the rear seats, there's a nice one-touch button I'm going to show you here now. In the back of in the trunk of the Mercedes-Benz EQS SUV, you've got your 12 volts, you've got some tie-off points, and you also have a small subwell for the likes of tyre compression kit, safety kit, etc. There's a flat entry with some metal scuff plates here. This cream line, and I'm not sure if I'm a fan of it for durability, but it is beautiful and luxurious feeling. Let me show you the access into the third row and what that space looks like. So to get access into the third row, there's a little button up here. You just hold it down. It's one touch. The front, the driver's seat also, when there's nobody sitting into it, moves forward. So this has access, and then that allows, you can see it bends down, allows passengers into the rear. Now it's for children only. They wouldn't be for very large passengers, but it is a 7-seater. And then to go back, one touch as well, and it slides all the way back as well as the front. And then to bring it all the way back, you have to use the door connector. In the very back of the EQS SUV, you have some coat hooks, you've got your seatbelt holder, you've got some cup holders, 2 USBs on either side, so connectivity, and nobody's going to run out of battery in this. You've got this nice little quarter light here, which makes it, sitting in the back, it's great to have the ability to be able to see out. Head height, for me, not bad, 1 or 2 centimeters, but when the seats are all the way back, it really isn't for somebody of this height, but perfect for smaller people, smaller children. In the middle row of the EQS SUV 7-seater, you have twin air vents. You don't have on this version the climate control panel, but it is an option. And then underneath that, then you've got another 2 USB Type-Cs, totally flat floor, some storage space in at the back. These beautifully sculpted seats aren't too restrictive. You've got a coat hook on the B pillar. On the this version, you've got heated rear seats and then fully adjustable for all of the forward, back, headrest, etc., etc. And you've got your large door bin as well. Central console, you can get it so that it opens up here with a mobile phone or device holder, and then press it again and it brings out your coffee. You can get this with a central console screen that drops down, and there's a tablet inside it. This is a 70-30 split, 2 ISOFIX in the rear. In the back of the Mercedes-Benz EQS SUV, you have this absolutely stunning view with this pano sunroof as a central beam for support and rigidity, and then you have your touch sensitive lighting in the center start, and also over here with your coat hook, and these blinds come out from the center all the way if it's too much of a sunny day. Inside of the EQS SUV, you've got some beautiful leather materials, fit and finish, and so you've got a couple of different color combinations. You've got your base and then your accent color, so there's 10 different options there. This is the macchiato beige with that beautiful gray. It's kind of like a velour with some gorgeous double stitching, some cream leather, cream materials, and then cream carpets on the floor as well. Again, like I said when I was looking at the boot, probably cream isn't the best for carpets, but the sense of luxury, the sense of premium just cannot be beaten in this Mercedes-Benz. And this is going up the likes of the Tesla Model the Tesla Model X. So you've got 10 different color combinations then within that, and then on the dash you've got 7 different options here. It can be gloss black, it can be textured, it can be wood effect, open pore, etc. And then in the central console here you've got 4 different options, again gloss black, etc., etc. So lots of different ways of personalizing your EQS SUV. On the door you've got your memory presets, which are 3. You've got heated, you have the ability to get cool seats as well. All your adjustments for your seat are actually on the door, and then you've got your center locking in underneath that. Then you've got your 4 window operators, your door mirrors, and the retractableness in as well. Bit of gloss black going on here, and then that accent grey color. You've got the ability to open your electronic boot down here as well. Good size door bin. Over my right knee is the lighting, etc., the handbrake, these beautiful air vents. You've got your screen in front of the driver. There's a start stop button. Let me just put on the start. Place the key in the mark space, and so key goes down here, and then class start. We've got a 3-spoke steering wheel, cream Napa leather with that gloss black inside. Left hand side is voice, etc. Menu control. On the right hand side then is your driver assist, your adaptive cruise control. Behind that then we've got some regeneration or recuperation braking pedals. We'll talk about that out in the drive. Left hand side is lights and wipers. Right hand side, like all Mercedes-Benzes, is your gear selector, reverse neutral, and then push in for park. The steering wheel is reach and rate electronically. That driver infotainment, that driver cluster is gorgeous, and it has the ability to be customized totally as well. You've got this gorgeous bronze element going all the way over, and lighting and the personalization of lighting inside the EQS SUV. You have 64 different color combinations. At night time, it really shows up. On the central screen then, you have the MBU UX, the newest version of it, and it's super responsive, has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay wirelessly, very intuitive. But at the bottom of that screen, you're always going to have your climate controls, and this can be dual zone, and you have the option of a tri-zone at the rear as well, quad zone actually. And then underneath then you've got a physical row of buttons where dynamic you can change the actual driving mode, your parking cameras, your EQ shortcut, which is for your electronic vehicle, your vehicle settings, your hazard lights, your fingerprint reader, whether you want the screen on or off, and then a volume slider up or down. You also have it on the steering wheel, and you also have it then voice control. In underneath that then you've got, on this model, the gloss black center console, wireless charging pad, somewhere then to put your bottles. You've got your NFC tag, and then behind that then you've got your butterfly central console with the 2 USB down there as well. So you've got 2 USB-Cs there, 2 USB-Cs up here, and the wireless charging pad. As well as that, you have more space in underneath that center console with another 2 USBs. Glove box isn't the biggest, but it is there for your necessaries. Really good sound system in this as well. Passenger seat has 3 memory settings as well, and these seats are absolutely gorgeous and all very adjustable, and you can get this with massage option as well. I have the spec sheet here for those interested that have lasted this long into the video, and if you have lasted this long into the video, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to the channel, I do review all types of electric vehicles. Cars, vans, bikes, buses, the whole lot, and we're on a big drive to get to 15,000 subscribers to get before the end of 2023. So, price. This is the EQS SUV 450 Plus. It has a 136 horsepower electric motor, rear wheel drive, 568 newton meters of torque, 0 to 106.7 seconds with a top speed of 210. This is the selenite grey metallic with the leather macchiato beige with the space grey. Standard equipment, there's lots that you get, and that brings you up to 139,880 for the base version. And then this one has a couple of extras on it. So the beige leather with the space grey is around 600 euros. The running boards are around 2,100 euros. The third row of seats is around 2,700 euros. And then the pattern grille is 560, bringing this car to 146,038 euros. The EQS SUV 580 AMG line is coming in at around 165, I believe, in around the mid 160s. So that's the price and the spec. So let's head off for a drive. The start button, foot on the brake, and some people have a bit of an issue, the fact that there is still a start button in it, but I get over that very quickly. Down on the right hand side, it is automatic release for the handbrake. I actually haven't touched the handbrake button once since I've had this. It's all been automatic, and it's probably one of the smoothest driving electric vehicles I've ever known. The price tag does reflect that, don't get me wrong, but it is absolutely gorgeous and so quiet. My goodness, it is just a car that will... I recently was on a podcast with Adrian Weckler with the Irish Independent, and he was saying how EV driving has made him more mindful. Well, I tell you, Adrian, if you can get a spin on this, it'd be lovely to see how zen you'd be afterwards. One thing that's probably too quiet for my liking is the indicator. It's probably just a bit, if you're not paying attention, and not that you shouldn't be paying attention, but I'm not sure if you can even hear it there. It's such a little tick, tick, It has this traffic light view, lots of driver assists, but yeah, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. That power delivery is so smooth. With this air suspension as well, it comes across all 4 variants. A couple of different packages you can get as well. So there's the Premium, Premium Plus, Advanced, and then the Advanced Plus. And so there's lots of different bits and bobs. Now, one thing this one doesn't have is the 360 camera. That's on the next package up, and I would definitely be speccing that. But just such a large vehicle, just for ease of parking, etc. There is a reversing camera and a 180-degree pano camera when you are reversing, but I just would like that 360 if possible. I'd have that over some of the other aesthetic stuff. Seats are super comfortable. As I said, you can get these with air conditioned and massage. These ones are heated. Steering wheel is a lovely size and it gives you enough visibility into that driver binnacle. When I was coming to filming today, I was driving down and there was a large lorry truck on the right hand side and a little old lady walking her dog, and the truck must have scared the dog, but the dog shot out anyway, and there's no problem with the brakes as well, that's for sure. But yeah, beautiful. And not that you'd need it, but the dynamic side of things, you can change it so that it is a bit sportier. And then with the 580 AMG, you can get off-road, and it'll do a full off-road. So I was watching Matt Watson on Carwow, and he did a whole off-road section with the EQS SUV, and had an extra 22mm of clearance, had cameras all the way around. There's our driver assists. Just as I was veering on to the road I was supposed to be on, it was picking up a vehicle that was straight in front of us. Not too sensitive, which is great. Cruise control is lovely and smooth, adaptive as well, of course. And it has a speed assist, speed sign recognition, so if you do start going over the speed limit, it does gently chirp at you to say, bring it back a small bit. Back into comfort, and there is an individual setting, so there's 4 different settings and trim levels on that. Visibility, with such a large vehicle, forward visibility is good. There is a small bit of a blind spot in that A-pillar because it's just so wide at the bottom, but you do have blind spot detection on the door mirrors. And then light and airiness because of that pano sunroof, and it does open as well, so it has the blinds, and it also has the ability to open the front portion of it. I think this traffic light view is for on the continent. In Ireland we have a very good junction system where there is a light on the far side of the junction, but I believe in other markets you have the light that you can is the only one that is right up beside you. So that traffic light view I think is for that purpose, so that you don't have to be craning your neck to be, who would be craning their neck in a Mercedes-Benz EQS SUV? Usually I get comments about how loud the indicator is in some of these videos. Leave a comment and let me know. If you're in this kind of price point, you're talking Tesla Model X, Q8 e-tron, BMW iX, which of the 3, 4 are you going to go for if this is the market that you're in? So with the Mercedes-Benz EQ range, you have a specific EQ shortcut, and it will show you, so charging, it's at 92% and it's showing 580 kilometers, like super efficient. And you also have the ability to eco charge as well, so you're only bringing it up to a certain state of health on the state of charge on the battery. It recommends around 80% on regular days, and if you do need that longer, you can bring it up to 100. It also limits the DC, so it's not taking the full 200, so it's minding the battery. Range, then it has the ability to maximize range by hitting a central button, and it takes away some of the creature comforts if you are very range anxious are range aware, as I spoke about recently. Hopefully you've enjoyed my review of the Mercedes-Benz EQS SUV. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel. As I said, we're on a big drive to get to 15,000 subscribers by the end of 2023. Leave a comment, like the video, and share with somebody that you think might be interested in purchasing this beautiful, luxurious electric SUV. And remember, if you think an EV is for you, leave it to me and I'll review. Thank you very much for watching.